What's up, incredible Earthlings? Welcome aboard, men. We shall be reacting to very interesting types of videos today. Generally, let's say all types of videos with the intentions of spreading love, peace, honesty, and forgiveness to all Earthlings across the whole world. And I believe with your help, wonderful soul, we can make this happen. So kindly watch till the end, hit the like button, tell us where you are watching from. You see? And good vibes all the way. Let's dive in. Ancient technology. Look at this. My friends. These are stuff that allegedly were built in the past. Wow. Look at this. Looks like others motorcycle, trains, crazy stuff. Wow, my friends. If this is ancient technology, those guys back then must have been very creative, very wise. Some of this stuff myself have never even come across them. I think if they were even brought to this side of the world, we would think it's modern technology. Some of stuff like this, oh my god, this is crazy. Hey, you guys are wonderful, my friends. Look at this, Mexico. Oh, good friends from Mexico. There was something there that allegedly was seen in your sky. Did you see these things, guys? And the good vibes guy here is on some place that
we start hearing
like the moon.
Fighting. We assumed that the dogs were fighting with each other. We had no idea what was going on because they were on the other side. It was dark. We couldn't see. All we could hear is dogs attacking. After maybe 2 or 3 seconds, we started to realize, no, they're not fighting with each other. They're fighting with something else, because what came over the top of these dogs biting and barking was a very loud and deep growl, roar that basically let out, which every one of us, our eyes open, we're like, oh my God, there's something over there. They're attacking something else. And within a few seconds, we start hearing yelping. These dogs are yelping in pain. And then what happened next was when all of the craziness started. And what happened was 2 dogs, one...
What do you think the dogs had come across, my friend?
God's will is actually your will. And your will is God's will. Why? Because God is everything. God is all that is. You are made from God because there is nothing else to make anything from. Thus then, each of you expresses a different perspective of the will of creation. So creation doesn't need to stress or exercise any difference in its will other than the will it has created all of you and all of us and everything in creation already to be. You are already expressing all the different variants, in a sense, of God's will, just to use that term. So it doesn't need to contradict anything because it is everything. And if it wasn't important for you to have your unique perspective, your unique choices, your unique will, believe me, you wouldn't exist, because creation does not make mistakes. So if you exist, creation knows you need to exist in order for it to truly be all that is. Without you, it would not be all that is. So your will is God's will, and God's will is yours for yourself. That's what you were created to be, an expression of, in a sense, God's will. To have the experience of being you, uniquely you. And you get to decide how to express that, because it is your choice. It is your expression. It is your experience. It is your life. That's why you were given that life. That's why you were created, to express your unique perspective, so that all that is has all the perspectives it needs to be all that is. Without you, it would collapse into nothing. You are that valuable. You are that worthy. You are that important. And you are that indestructible.
You are a wonderful and lovely being.
They want you to
Spread
think
love.
that that's what the Arawak looked like, because they don't want you to know that this is what they look like. These are the original Amaru Khans. These are the original Olmec sheep. These are our ancestors. These are called the Olmec colossi. Colossi from colossal. And these are massive stone carvings of white people. I mean, this guy looks pretty white, right? This is a white dude, right? No? Okay, well, okay. These are black people. And they're carved out of one solid piece of basalt rock. Basalt is the second hardest rock on earth. First hardest is granite, which is what the pyramids are made out of. And they've dated these heads, and they estimate that they're somewhere between 16,000 to 20,000 years old. Stop and think about that, beloveds. 20,000 years ago, a race of black people excavated massive granite rocks out of the mountains, basalt rocks, and then etched themselves into these rocks. What kind of technology would they have had to be able to do this 20,000 years ago? Because it wouldn't have been a copper chisel. So, the point I'm making is, most of our ancestors were already here. Alright? And they had been here for tens of thousands of years, as I'm going to prove. Historians have discovered what they were called. They were called the Amaru. Amaru, this is where the term America comes from. It doesn't come from Amerigo Vespucci. It came from the Amaru, because they knew who was here originally. And another name for them is the Olmec sheep. Well, guess what? Mech, sheep, Mexico. That's where the term Mexico comes from. So if you talk about Americans or Mexicans, you're talking about our ancestors. And they inhabited the entire region, as I showed you, North, Central, and South America, and the Caribbean. They are the real Amerindians that I was taught in high school, and they were black people. You don't know them because Europeans gave them other names. Just like they made up the name Arawak from the Arawak, they made up all these other names to keep you from realizing that everything in the Americas is you. Every artifact they find is you. Every monument they find, you built. But instead they tell you it's Maya, and Inca, and Aztec, and Toltec, and Taino, and Carib, and Arawak. These are all names they made up. Understand that.
You see, myself, I've never seen a white English person,
So
but I've
have you
seen
guys
brown
noticed
ones.
that it is supposed to be spring, but leaves are still falling off the trees? I mean, check this out, y'all. Look at this. Leaves are falling down in real time. You see? You see? And have you noticed it's gotten pretty cold where you're at? Well, apparently we have a triple cold bomb that's coming here, and this is the first in 1,000 years. So apparently it's supposed to be some day after the tomorrow event. You guys check this video out, give it a listen.
Good afternoon, folks. I'm going to get the UN misinformation box for this one, but I don't care. Let's go over why the atmospheric discourse is complete nonsense these days. This is true for many reasons, but the best one, in my opinion, is when you play devil's advocate. You just let them have their story that the Earth is getting hotter and hotter. Well, this can only lead to a massive and rapid cooling event on this planet. Last time it happened, it brought the greatest famines in known history, and essentially, we've got a trifecta of items ready to be unleashed at this time. The Beaufort Gyre, the AMOC collapse, and a Heinrich event. For those who don't know, a record amount of cold, fresh water is in the Beaufort Gyre, and when it releases, it's going to be a big deal. Yale University called this the cold climate bomb just a few years ago as the record fresh water was accumulating, and as we learned just last year, it has stabilized its maximum accumulation and it is ready to release. This is going to amplify the collapse of the AMOC, the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, which scientists believe could begin its demise in as little as 2 years from now. Now, while you can read any scientific paper on the AMOC collapse and find out how it's going to drive major cold, the Weather Channel said it best just a couple weeks ago. It's going to be similar to the scenario from the Ice Age movie, The Day After Tomorrow. But it actually gets worse, because the historical cold maker is happening right now as well. We are entering a Heinrich event. These occur when too much polar heat melts ice, and that contributes to the cooler, fresher ocean, but on a massive scale. One of the best modern studies complementing the mountain of historical studies is this one: more cold, more storms. That's what happens when you melt the polar region. There is already extra cloud cover albedo building due to the heating that has taken place, due to the extra evaporation, and when the tipping point in the oceans occurs from there being colder and fresher, creating colder winds and more easily producible sea ice in winter, things are going to swing the other way very quickly here on Earth. There is not evidence of all of these things happening at the same time in thousands of years, but the freshwater release, the melting ice, and the collapse of the circulation means that every ounce of warming we see is a lead foot on the gas pedal towards the next glacial and ice age condition. Not only is this evident in all of the observable data here on Earth, but we are due for it in the natural cycle. Heinrich events have been happening every 6,000 years. It's been 6,000 years since the last one, and the Earth is already starting to do it again. 6,000 years ago, by the way, is officially designated as a tropical hydroclimate event, since it's the first one in an interglacial warm cycle of the Holocene instead of the previous ones, which were within a glacial cycle. But the process is still similar. So on top of the geomagnetic changes our planet is seeing, we've got major cold driving events on deck as well. These next 2 decades are going to be very unfriendly to agriculture, infrastructure, and to us.
So you guys see that, right? Like, the trees started coming back to life around December, at least over here in Florida. And now we're in, March, and the trees are dying again. Towards the end of February, March, the leaves are dying again. Like, what is going on? The birds are going all types of directions. We have crows in California giving warning signs. Like, you see all these things going on in the world, these weather anomalies. Things are changing rapidly. It's like time is confused right now. Time is confused. That's all I can say. So, like, this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, they're not talking about this in the news, so I'm bringing this information forth. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Please like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level at these topics at hand. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Oh, interesting stuff, my friends. All for entertainment purposes.
So I just heard on the radio that we're not supposed to say good morning anymore, because it's what the slave masters used to say to the slaves, but they were saying good morning, like mourn, like sad, MOURNING, but they just took the U out and started saying morning. So instead of saying good morning, we're now supposed to say grand rising. Listen, I ain't that woke. So if I say good morning to you, know that I mean good, MORNING, meaning the first part of the day that God created as morning. Y'all, for real. I mean, I get it, but sometimes it's just too much. It's too much. Good morning, y'all.
Different humans have different beliefs across the world.
So
Good morning to you.
know how the 7 chakras relate specifically to the harmonic of the speed of light, 144,000. So what we do is we need to add up the sum of all these petals. So we add up the sum of the 4 here, plus the 6 of the soul, the sacral, the 10 of the solar, the 12 petals of the heart, and the 16 of the throat chakra. When we add up those 5 chakras, we get 48. But the secret that the Brahmins knew was that the third eye had 2 petals, and what 2 represents, it's a divine bifurcation process. It's like a doubling or a duality. So it's like on the other side. So the 2 means we double the sum of these 5 chakras. So double 48 is 96. So that's the first step. So now we say we're going to add the sum. We're going to add 4, 6, 10, 12, 16. And we're going to write here in the third eye the sum of all the chakras below it is 96. So now we add the sum of all these 6 chakras. We say 4, 6, 10, 12, 16 plus the 96 is 96 plus the 48 is 144. And the crown chakra is 1000. So we multiply the 144 by 1000 and we end up with 144,000, which is the sum, the speed of light in nautical miles. So this is an amazing revelation.
Ah, man. Did you know that stuff?
What's
new to me?
1 + 1?
2.
Are you sure?
That's what I was taught.
And it's interesting that they teach us these things in school that don't totally add up.
Okay.
If one person hooks up with another person and they get together, especially in a relationship or love, they make 3.
Okay.
Now, let me just show you. The auric field of one person, the energy of one person connects to the energy of another person. And if they're close enough, those 2 energies make a third energy. Whether they have a baby or not doesn't make any difference. If you're with 2 people together actually multiply and it becomes 3. Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yes.
So 1 and 1 doesn't always equal 2. It depends on what we're talking about.
Ha! What is 1 + 1,
I'm
my
serious
friend?
because the reality is he's saying religion is not important. And what's real is that spirituality is what's missing from us. The Eye of Horus, okay, which is the origin of every religion, is actually just a depiction of your pineal gland. Therefore, that would mean that this whole all-knowing eye that's looking around at everything is you, looking at you, in you, and this is the solution, to tune in. We need to meditate. We need to cleanse ourselves of negative energy. Stop allowing this system to dictate who we are. You're fueling it just by getting up every day and going to work. I'm telling you. Okay, yes, you need money to sustain life, okay? But you don't have to work to feed this system. This is the matrix. That prison they talk about, you born unto, can't see, smell, touch, or hear. That is this all around you. Look at the consumerism. This is a consumer-based economy. Why are black people so at the target and forefront of it? Is because we consume the most. You know why? Because we're spirits first. So don't tell me, oh, stop talking about spirituality, because that's the source of where we come from. Without spirituality, we won't exist.
Talk that talk.
Before physics was the metaphysics. Before the metaphysics was the astronomy. Before the astronomy was the astrology. All of this is in you. Whether you know it or not, those Akashic records they talk about, that's not an actual library with books in it. That's in here. In your DNA, in the blood. Those little black dots, I don't know the scientific name for it, but it's in your blood. It's information that you collected life cycle to life cycle. But see, a lot of us are not ready for this information. We want to stay in the Jesus programming. We hope Jesus gonna fly down one day and just stop all this, but he's not. You know why? Because he don't exist. And they got the idea of Jesus from your black ass. Okay? They took what your ancestors taught them, hid it from you, and now they're using it to manipulate you. Steal your children, steal your identity. That's the whole secret to the secret, is that they are stealing your spirit, stealing your energy, using you to fuel themselves, their own existence. They don't even belong here. They are technically a recessive gene. They have a expiration date. You do not. You are immortal. They don't want you to know that. They want you to go to school and learn a little bit of bullshit. The kids ain't even learning cursive writing no more. Why? Penmanship is the end-all, be-all to existence. If you don't know how to write, you can't do nothing. Why does my child not know how to write cursive writing? Why are they taking the penmanship out? That's the source of creation, writing. Where do you think the first book came from? Somebody's mind. And guess how they got those thoughts? Through meditation, from the cosmos. Why you think they can't figure out how they built the pyramids? Why they so indestructible? That's metaphysics. That's what they not giving us. But guess what? We taking it back. Because there's an awakening in the midst. Tonight is a full moon. Meditate in it. Cleanse yourself of that negative energy. Stop watching that television. Turn that radio off. Stop eating this genetically modified organisms that they got for your ass to transmutate into what they want you to be, which is nothing. Okay, because that's what they are, and they know that, and that's why they need you to be where they at, so they can try to figure you out, but they not never gonna do it. Watch that movie Interstellar. It tells you how they have an expiration date. If we're not here, the earth will naturally cleanse itself of its parasites. I'm done.
All right, hold on. That's real talk. Get that queen a hand right there. Get that queen a hand right there.
Well, my friends, this is the best time for humans to unite as one.
A bright meteor brightened the sky in Spain and Portugal late Saturday. People in the area shared the amazing sight on social media. The celestial body was traveling 100,000 miles an hour. The European Space Agency says it likely burned up over the Atlantic Ocean.
Polarization of light. Look at this. You put some what look like X-ray sheets in front of a bulb, and it affects how you see the light from the bulb. This is crazy. Which material is this? Oh, my friends, looks like some material we had seen in another episode here. Oh, which was used to disappear or was invisible in some type of way. But now this is crazy. When you use some light filters or some glasses there or some material that filters light in some type of way, you get a different view from what you are normally seeing. Oh, this is crazy. This is interesting, man. Is that physics or how do you call it? Did this technology go or that way of doing stuff?
Look.
Do you normally use it?
Look, here goes another one. Y'all see the black line? Y'all see the black line that's being created? What is that? Look, it looks like there's tracks in the sky. Y'all see that? It looks like there's tracks in the sky. What the hell? Bro. Look at that. It looks like there's tracks in the sky and this thing is covering it up. That is not a plane, bro. That is not a plane. If that's not a plane, what is that? Bro, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look, y'all can see the black lines. You can clearly see the black lines. You can clearly see like the black tracks in the sky. What? Bro, we're literally living in the Truman Show, y'all. It's hard to see. It's hard to see, but can y'all see it? So again, what would they be trying to cover up? Bro. And then again, this starts disappearing. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, what's going on, my friend? What is being covered up there? Hey. There's this good vibes guy here who stays with this bird and the bird feeds him. This is good vibes. This is interesting. Seen in Anaheim. What are these things? Anaheim. Oh, what? Do you see those circular stuff there, my friends, in the sky? And even another glowing stuff behind the clouds? What is these things? What is going on here? Oh, strange occurrences. Or that thing is projecting the light in the clouds, or what's going on there? This is crazy. My friends, good people of Earth, do you think these are man-made stuff? Or maybe the stuff made by other humans for only reasons that they may understand? You see? You leave your comments. Honesty is a good thing, my friends. Because if these things were built by humans, they could have shared the information with everyone And they couldn't be dazzling our minds here like this. You see? It's crazy stuff. Oh my god. Wait. Yeah, what's going on? Oh, wait. Ah! Where do these things come from, good people of Earth? Yeah? You might ask yourself. Where are they made? Oh my god, this is crazy. And it's only visible through the window. Huh? Hi, what might this be? You thought these mysterious stuffs were always floating in the sky? And are there even more mysterious stuff found in different places?
And there's lots of different interesting arm and hand movements, but today I'm going to focus on one, and it's the one where people stand with their hands behind the back. So you can see I've just put my hands behind the back. It's tempting to do when you're delivering information or you're a presenter. However, if you want people to be drawn to you and to feel closer to you, don't put your hands behind your backs. Put them at your sides, or use them to gesture, or even use a pen or hold something in your hands if you feel uncomfortable and don't know what to do with them. Hands behind the back is often called the regal or the royal pose, and it means keep away, keep your distance. I'm untouchable. So next time you're presenting, notice what you do with your hands, and if you put them behind your back, stop doing that if you want to draw the audience close to you.
Ha! My friends, good vibes humans. Have you ever seen people standing that way? I'm sure you have seen. Or yourself, you have found yourself standing in that position. Now, do you agree with that good vibes sort of saying or disagree? You leave your comments, let us know, my friend. Because together, we can understand all this stuff that happens here and spread love to the whole world. You are really loved, respected, and of great value to this channel. Because it's because of someone like you that we believe we can spread love to the whole world. So my friend, from wherever you are, share these videos with your friends and family. Tell them to watch from beginning to the end, hitting the like button, and that way we can reach the whole world. You see? Peace and love be with you. Till next time, I'm Y311H, all the way from Africa with good vibes. Bye bye. Till next time.